Hi everyone, it's Terminator here, and this is another 3-on-4 battle replay. This is on Syrian Ridge, and on the HM side for this game is Trip, Alnanaz, and myself versing 4 really good players: TNC Five, MGL NME Assault, AVA Omega, and TNC Red. Okay, so here we go. I'm up against TNC Red on this side, and next to him is AVA Omega, and as you look down the line we have NME Assault is Russia and TNC 5 is Austria. We've gone all Britain. Alnanaz is in the middle and Triphammer is on the far right. Now, I should say right from the start, this was a 3-on-4 battle, but our 4 opponents, being really good players, were nice enough to go minor nations, just to sort of give it a little bit more balance, I suppose. But they've brought pretty good builds, actually. This is the difference between, these guys are experienced and very good. Know what they're doing, know the terrain very well. So here we have the first sort of engagement starting. I drew TNC Red into shooting at this light infantry, which pretty much he was caught out a little bit and his light shot into that hill. So then I could move my other lights up. On the other side, NME Assault, he's really aggressive, so he's going to try and attack through here. Pretty much throughout the whole battle, all the attacks our opponents made were really well structured. It's going to be hard to actually commentate on this particular battle because of the activity. It's fairly intense. There's 2 points of attack they've chosen. One was with NME Assault's area, and also down here as well. Over here, Alnanaz did a pretty good job here. He, boxed in against the cav. Enemy brings in his line to shoot at the box formation, making the most of forcing opponents into square. Even though they are minor nations, it does give them the capability to also bring heaps of cav, which and not a lot of lights, and lights aren't really that good on Syrian. So and cav is very useful to make people form boxes. Omega has got no lights, very strong, heavy line build, with heavy, a lot of cav. And even though we probably missed this a little bit, TNC Red actually, threw a lot of his cav in to cause a bit of disruption, and I pretty much had to use all my cav to try and fend off that attack. He's got a meat shield as well. Omega actually uses meat shield very well here as well. Enemies, causing quite a bit of disruption and shooting at Alnanaz. Pretty much forcing him to have to pull back a little bit and boxing constantly. All the shooter cav too of Omega is pretty telling. It's actually a really good Swedish build. Sweden actually makes a very nice build. Lots of shooter cav, lots of line. You don't need lights. So he's bringing his mounted rifles in behind, so they actually get to shoot as well. So between Trip and Alnanaz on this side, they've had to sort of pull back a bit. I'm forced into square on this side, but trying to concentrate my fire on the one side of Sweden. Alnanaz did a really good job, sort of still trying to hold a consistent line and trying to repel all of the Russians. Enemy actually dropped from this game. I think it might have been soon. I think that actually does probably look like the AI's taken over a little bit. But you know, his attack was, you know, pretty full on at the start and used a lot of his light line and cav. We have Red, he's pushing up now with his meat shield. Omega's reformed his line, I've reformed my line. He has actually another good thing about even with the minor nations is they can sort of not necessarily match Britain guard units, but they've brought, you know, a strong guard unit presence in this battle, which is pretty much what you have to do. Yeah, so that's definitely the AI taking over there for those last few units of so basically we're just trying to, the best we can, sort of try and shoot at the line as we can, and when the cav comes through, trying to box and not miss any boxes. You're pretty much screwed if you miss any boxes in this sort of game. Trips had to pull back his side here a bit to try and reform and shoot at the AI, because the AI is probably more than likely will melee, and Russian infantry and that have good bonuses for melee, so you want to try and avoid that in this sort of game as well. So on this side it's still pretty full on militia, which, you know, really do soak up a lot of bullets, and having the guard units coming in behind is a really strong strategy. Omega actually dropped fairly soon here too, so I think had a few connection problems. So TNC Red, he actually pretty much broke me on this side, bringing up those last lot of guard units. You know, their full capacity is, you know, really strong. 2 new units coming in, and I've got very depleted units now, so my guys are getting shot up there. Yeah, definitely here, this is where Omega probably dropped, and so we just sort of clean up what's left of the AI. So that's what Trip's trying to do now, is trying to reform, shoot away what's left of Russia. So now my guards on this side are pretty much all but gone, but I've still got 1 foot guard here that I'll bring in and try and shoot at the one side. So Alnanaz has to finish off the rest of Sweden here as well with a few units, and then he brought some more units over to support me. So yeah, it was actually a really fun battle. It was very tense, particularly at the start, trying to anticipate where they were likely to attack, what units I have left, try and reform a line here, and Alnanaz brought up his lights and that to give me some support, as I had pretty much no ammunition left. TNC Five, actually, he must have had computer problems as well, because that disconnected. And so, at this stage of the game, the only human opponent we have is TNC Red, and I think he actually said to me he had to go, so I said that's fine. But he played a really good game, really strong. Okay, so pretty much the rest of it is just mopping up AI. As you can see, my guys are just standing there because they have no ammo. Oh, my one guard unit had ammunition on this side, so I pretty much had to wait for Alnanaz to bring his units in to shoot away what was left. And my guys just has a bit of meat shield, which the AI will merely, as you can see. And we'll zoom in and get some close-ups of the action. Let's get some melee action happening. Brits with no bullets against Russian militia. Oh, nice stabbing. These Russians don't know quite what to do. They're going to moon my troops. By the look of it, I don't know why my guys just don't go up and stab him in the back. Oh, he died. Oh, look at this. A lot of melee action. Incredibly outnumbered with that melee. These Russians are still confused. My guys have no bullets, so they just stand there and look silly. Oh, lifeguard. Look at them coming in. My guys are walking away in disgust because they obviously don't have any ammunition. And Alnanaz coming in to the rescue. Come on, fire. Shoot. Shoot. Look at all these dead bodies. That guy in there, he's got to be one of the unluckiest people in the game. He's probably one of the last killed. How unlucky would that be? Wow, look at all those dead bodies. So yeah, no, it was a really fun game. It's a nice map, isn't it? I like Syrian. And I had 61 men left. That's it. That's all I had, with no bullets. If you haven't done a 3-on-4 before, you should actually give it a try. It's actually quite fun. Okay, so there we have the kills. Okay guys, well, thanks for watching, and I hope we'll see you again soon.